All right. What's going on, everybody? We've got DeMarco and Sean here for another episode of Beers and Bells. And we're very excited. We've got a really special episode planned for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. And just want to remind you of the 1,000 subscriber challenge. Basically, when our channel reaches 1,000 subs, we're going to select 5 winners to win the following. It's going to be 5 free personal training sessions. They're going to be an hour long each, in person or virtual, depending on where you are in the country or the world. It's also going to be a 3-month customized program accessible via free smartphone app. So it's going to have an exercise library, sets, reps, everything's going to be worked in there for you, and basically a digital extension of us with you. So third thing's going to be that Strength with Purpose shirt that I'm currently rocking today.
Good merchandise.
A little bit of swag. Yeah, join the strong squad and serve others through strength. So, Sean, what's up, man?
How we doing? What are you drinking?
Man, I'm drinking a good old faithful Fiddlehead Ipa, one of my favorites.
It's definitely top 5 for me, and I can't think of the last time I had one. But the other day when I went to the store to grab some beers, I saw something I'd never seen before. It was a value pack or like a sampler pack of like 4 different beers from Lord Hobo. So I got the 617. Yeah. I hadn't had really anything other than like boom sauce, I think, from Lord Hobo, other than, maybe I had that I just didn't know. So I figured I'd grab one of these, and I got this boom sauce as well and a couple other ones. So love Lord Hobo.
Yeah, Lord Hobo's really good, man. Yeah, their boom sauce is solid. So you and we've gotten silly on some fiddleheads over the last couple of years.
Yep.
So one of these days we get to phase 4. We should definitely start traveling to like Vermont, Rhode Island, and some of these other states, and go check out the brewery scenes there. It'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be different.
Take the show on the road, man. So, all right. Well, guys, we're super pumped today. Today's going to be a cool episode. It's the top 10 feats of strength from 2020. So a lot of people are talking about how 2020 was obviously a really challenging year. We had the coronavirus. We had economic downturn. A lot of industries suffered. A lot of people unfortunately died. And there was a lot going on. Very stressful, very tough. That being said, we saw some really badass lifts last year. And that's what today's all about. We want to showcase some of these amazing lifters and people, and kind of give you some backstory as to why some of these feats are just even more amazing than they maybe just look in the video. So it's really, really cool. So we're very excited. And the first one we're going to do, so I'm just going to preface all of this. These are not in any particular order, except for number 1. The very last one we do, number 1, is a world record breaking event. So I felt like that kind of needed to be number 1. But 10 through 2 or 2 through 10 are equal, honestly, in my eyes. They're not in any order. So if you're ranked earlier, you're not ranked lower. That's not how it is. Mm-hmm. So just know that going into this, guys. So starting off from the top, we're going to go number 10. It's Marissa's deadlift, 275. So Sean, let's scope it out.
It's a badass scene down there in the garage. We call it, DeMarco and I train down there as well. We call it Bane's Cavern, so it makes it a little bit more special that she just pulled that much weight down there. Kind of, DeMarco, touch on that a little bit.
No, absolutely.
And to see, see her get stronger and just like her whole journey. Just a brief thing, like talk about her deadlift a little bit.
Oh yeah, man, Marissa's a stud. She's hands down my strongest lifter and client. She came to me about 1.5 years ago. In that time that she's lost 50 pounds, she went from barely being able to pick up 225 deadlift. She went to this now what you just saw, 275 deadlift. And she's fully committed to the process, and she just bought into what we were doing. She's gotten as insanely strong as possible. She's eating well. She's getting enough rest. She's training her ass off. And she's in the trenches, man. That garage is, as you know, Sean, it's cold as hell in there some mornings. It's dark. Mm. It's not exactly a fun place to be, but she comes down there, doesn't complain, shows up, and kicks ass. So Marissa, and she's actually going to be on this list later on. So
yeah, a couple times.
Yeah. So shout out to you, Marissa. You're killing it, and this is only the beginning.
Yes. So that was number 10, Marissa's deadlift. Moving on to number 9, Lauren, her 32 kilogram Turkish getup.
Oh yeah.
So this was really cool because I remember her coming in that day, and she was, she was doing 24 kilogram. I think she hadn't even hit a 28 yet, but after watching her do it, I was like, you can do the 32. And so I think she had later said that, like, I kind of pushed her to do it a little bit, because it's funny because, Mike, obviously he's a little bit more, conservative in a sense. Like, he talks you and I down when we're thinking too big, I guess. And no, this was really fun. Like, you can see that she's like wicked pumped afterwards. That was a really cool moment. It's not like I'm her trainer or anything. I was just happened to be there and free for that for a little bit of time. So it was cool to talk her into it and actually see her do it, because that's one of the strongest get ups I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was amazing, man. Obviously I just watched it with you again. I forgot how smooth it was and how controlled it was. Like, it wasn't jerky. The transition was great. That would have passed a strong first technique test. That was a solid get up. I mean, it was a great rep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I saved this video on my camera roll because, I mean, I know I posted on Instagram at some point, but, I'll see it after not looking at it for a while. And I'm like, it's pretty badass. I'm going to watch that again. It's cool to see because, it's nice to see strong women, lifting heavy ass weights.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing to just add some context for everybody is, Lauren's a health professional. She's a radiologist at Dana-Farber, so she treats cancer patients, and she recently had talked about how her physical strength is an asset to what she does, because a lot of her patients have trouble getting in and out of their beds. So that's I can't think of a better way to serve others through your strength, like your physical strength actually serving that purpose. So I think that's beautiful and wonderful, and we obviously love Lauren. She's amazing, and just exemplifies all of the values that we try to live by. That's for sure.
Yes, definitely one of my favorite people on the planet, other than, and one of my favorite lifters, but again, people as well. And it's really cool to see, um, watch her work out and whatnot, just seeing what she can do. And one more thing before you do your
Yeah.
next one, that time we were over there and we were talking about 1 arm push-ups, and she's like, I don't know, you must have asked her if she could do one. And she's like,
Dude,
well,
dude.
I haven't done it in however long. And she just bangs out, I mean, maybe a couple, I forget actually, but just the fact that she's like,
Yeah.
she talked herself down, probably knowing that she was going to do it no problem, and just, exceeded the expectation. So that was funny.
Dude, that was the biggest flex I've ever seen in my life. She's like, I
I know.
haven't done one in like a year. I don't even think I could do it. That was like the
Yeah,
Ron
that's what it was.
Burgundy flute moment.
Yeah,
I'm not even
yep.
prepared for this.
I'm totally not prepared.
I'm totally not prepared. So, no, that was super amazing. So, and she's, despite the pandemic and everything, she's still working hard. I think she's gotten into doing a rower. I think they had just gotten a rower recently. So
Oh, cool.
she's
Nice.
killing it as always. So, all right. Well, number 8 is you, Mr. Sean Bryan. And
I made the.
this gentleman, yeah, you made the cut. And this gentleman is the first in our group, at least, to do a Turkish get up with a human being as the weight. So let's go ahead and watch that.
Alrighty.
All right.
So
Take
yeah,
us through
this
it,
was.
Sean. So how did this?
So I had previously tried at the gym with Olivia Kahn, and I mean, similar weight. I don't know how much either of them weigh, but they felt similar enough. But like, I don't know if I just wasn't ready for it, or I actually think it's more so the way I was holding Olivia. I didn't have her in the right position. Like, they look similar, like how I have Erin here and how Olivia looked when I was trying it for that, a couple times that day. But I guess I didn't have my arm in the right spot. So once I figured that out, I said to Erin, and this is after a couple beers, I was like, I think I know how to do this now. And because I had tried with Erin a couple times too. And then finally I was like, you know what? Let's try it this way and see if it works. And it did. So that's definitely one of the coolest things I think I've ever done in general, but specifically, with fitness. Don't try that at home. But I didn't bother on my left side. I'll tell you that. I only did it on my right. And now that I did it once, I don't really have to do it ever again, I don't think.
Yeah. No, that was great. That was really cool, man. I noticed the fitness nerd in me watching the movement. I liked the And again, out of context, this sounds really weird, but in the context of the movement, the arm up through the legs, that was definitely more stable. Like
Yeah.
she didn't shift around a lot the way that Olivia did when you guys were trying at the gym, when she was like on her side in the kind of more fetal position. So
Right.
that was
Yeah.
good.
And I'm sure it's still possible to do with somebody that way too. It's just not the most optimal for sure.
No.
Yeah. They finally figured this out, and shout out to Erin. She did a great job being a human kettlebell. You know, that's got to be tough in that position too. So good for her.
Yeah, she's a perfect kettlebell. So that was freaking sweet. And it was just fun. It's just, you're just screwing around, having fun, and
Yeah.
kind of reminds me, and funny I should say this because this is our next person on the list, but reminds me of Holly and Aaron when they talk about good strong fun. So
Yes. So taking us into number 7 out of 10, Holly. So her 20-kilogram clean and push press test attempt. Okay. So we're gonna watch that together. A little bit longer of a video, but I promise every rep is worth a watch. Especially putting into perspective how heavy these are, you know.
oh yeah, this is serious weight. This is no joke, man. And you and I obviously did this testing together for the DV8 certification, and it's the first 10, that's a warm up, buddy. You hit
Yep.
10, that's when the work really starts. That's when you make that's that gut check time. You make that decision. The last 5 is just like whatever. But
Yeah. It's like, I already did 15, I might as well do 20, you know.
Yeah.
But so this is just for context. This is off the basis that she successfully cleaned in at least double 22s, because I think technically that's okay too. But if not double 24s, and strict press, double bell strict press for 5 reps. You know, that's very challenging. So once you hit your strict press weight for 5 reps, you go down a bell size, whether that be 2 to 4 kilograms. In this case, she's on the 20s, and then you have to do those for 20 clean and push presses in a row. Very humbling.
Oh, no kidding, man. And she's insanely strong, and I admire her integrity of posting this video and showing herself struggle. And I'm not even going to use that pesky F word, because she didn't fail. It was a lesson. Like, she's pushing herself. Like, she could have easily done like double 18s or double 16s and passed it and gotten her certificate, but she wants to push herself. She wants to challenge herself to do something that she's never done. So she posted that video. I thought it was amazing. I love it when people are willing to be vulnerable and kind of show you their struggles. I honestly love those videos more than the PRs. So I just think that's one of many reasons why we love Holly, and obviously Aaron as well, and how they're true students of the craft. So shout out to you, Holly. I'm super pumped for when she posts her successful attempt. She hits that 20. She's almost there. So she'll probably post it like tomorrow. Watch.
Yeah, probably.
So it'll be good stuff. This next one is really special to us as well. It's actually, I would argue, even maybe a little more special for Sean. But this is our colleague and one of our business partners, Trishma, and this is her first successful one-arm push-up. So let's take a look.
Yeah, I remember. So I had been programming for her maybe a couple weeks at this point, if not like a month and a half or so. And I think I just randomly checked in one day. I was like, hey, just wondering how this week went with the push-ups. She's doing the pistol squats as well. And I don't know if when she received that text, because you can see she looks like she's ready to go out or something. I don't know if when she got my text, she was like, you know what, let me drop down and try this right now. Because I don't think she had that earlier in the day. She would have sent it to me already. So I think on the fly, she just dropped down and did that. And that's, it's pretty impressive in itself. So it was really cool to see, the progress video she sent, doing one-arm push-ups elevated on like a couch or like her island in her kitchen, whatever. And then, seeing it translate all the way down to, an actual one-arm push-up. At the time, she had mentioned that she wasn't as, she was very happy about it, of course. And like she was looking forward to smoothing it out even more. But the fact that she got there in however many weeks it was is, it was a proud trainer moment for sure. And Shushma's one of us, so it's nice to see, people close to you succeed.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And honestly, Shushma's just, she's just a workhorse, man. She's right up there with, Marissa as far as like work ethic, tenacity, and just mindset, like always wanting to work hard, always wanting to get better. And she killed it, man. She got her first one-arm push-up. She got her, like, literally, we could have named this the Shushma show because she got her first pistol. She got her first one-arm push-up. She successfully passed her clean and push press test for the DVA certification. And what's even more incredible about that is that she had some kind of a stomach issue. So she had actually she had to radically change her diet, and she actually ended up losing a lot of weight. So her strength had actually taken a bit of a hit, but she was still able to push through and pass that test. So Shushma has that mindset. She's that. She's got, not to sound corny, but she's got the eye of the tiger. So she's ready to rock and roll.
Yep, always.
So. Yeah. So if the zombies ever come, I want to be on Shushma's team. That's for sure.
Yes. And if Shushma turned into a zombie, I think
we'd be done.
We'd be done for. Yeah.
Yeah. I would hold my arm out and say, just fight me, bro. I'll
join you. I would honestly be honored if we're being honest about it.
We'll join her zombie legion.
Yes. All right. That's taking us into number 5. Jen, our good friend Jen, who I actually haven't had a meeting yet. I'll meet her eventually, but virtually I met her. The pull-up queen. Anybody that knows her knows that. And I had always wondered, like, probably what her heaviest pull-up is at just that she can do. And sure enough, like a couple days later, she ended up posting this on Instagram. So Jen's 40-kilogram pull-up.
Look at her setup. Look at how
the concentration,
how systematic. It's literally like I swear she's like an android. She's like the Terminator, setting up just total precision, and you could tell like by the time her hands get on the bar, she's already ready to go. Absolutely. Oh my God, look at
that. So 40 kilograms, 88 pounds. So regardless of how much she weighs, because it's all relative, really, like her body weight, whatever it ends up being, plus 88 pounds is what she was just able to pull for one rep just now. Like, putting that into context, there's a lot of people out there that can't even do one rep of just their own body weight, and she's diligently put work in for 10 years. I think, about 10 years. I think she said she started doing pull-ups at 35, and the last time she had done it was like high school. So that's 10 years of hard work right there. Like she probably knew that was her goal for years and didn't even care to try it earlier. She knew that it would take a while. And here we are, with her amazing 40-kilogram pull-up. Like, I don't even know if I can do that.
Oh, no way, man. It was funny when she posted this video, I thought it was one of her older videos of when she attempted it, because she had posted a video of her attempting the 40 at one point. I think she got the bar to like the nose.
Oh, she did. Okay. Yep.
And so I started watching it. And I was like, oh, this must be the video. She's going to talk about goal setting and overcoming adversity. And then like, oh no, she's going to keep, okay, she got chin over the bar. Okay, damn.
Yep.
Her celebration was amazing. She gets up there, she's like, oh my God. And she gets off and she's super stoked. So that was awesome.
I love that she kept that part of the video in there, because it goes to show, like, maybe someone saw that and they don't understand how much that weighs or why that's cool or whatever. And they're like, oh, like why is she so happy about that? Like, I mean, I can't imagine people would think that watching it, but if they did, it's like, they don't understand how much, work went into that, which would warrant such a happy response after the fact. Like, I can't imagine doing that myself. I mean, I would like to try one day, but it was cool to see her reaction after the fact, because you can tell, it meant a lot to her.
Oh yeah. And just one final thing about Jen. Obviously we love Jen. She's amazing. She's super nice. Just a really kind human being, really strong. But just the movement was amazing. Like, great setup. Like, it was a real pull up. Like, that would have passed any, Army, Marine Corps, whatever standard you're asking for. Like that, Marine Corps instructor would have totally counted that rep. That was legit. So that was there was no BS in going on with that rep. That was the full rep. So And that's got to be that's a very significant percentage of her body weight. That's pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna have to ask her that. That's pretty incredible. I don't want to sit here and guess the math because I don't want her coming after me later saying, "What, you think I would what?" No.
Oh yeah. Oh, when I said 100% just now, I didn't mean 100% of her body weight. I meant like.
Oh, I know. I'm just kidding.
100%. That's a lot of her. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. No, I'm just giving you a hard time, dude.
Yeah. After I said it, I was like, oh wait, that's not what I meant.
All right. Well, one of my clients.
4.
Yeah, spot number 4. So one of my clients, Marissa, is getting some more love on here, and this is another one of the amazing things that she achieved this year with everything. So let's see Marissa's pull-ups. So just to give you guys context, 7 months ago, Marissa could not do a full rep. She could barely do a half pull-up, and that was with a little bit of a leg kick. So look at how smooth these reps look. She's getting all the way down, good full range of motion, no kick, getting the chin all the way over the bar, and just owning it. And she just has that worker mentality, man. She's gonna work hard no matter what. Like even when the reps slowed down, she stuck it out, and she got after it. Yeah, this is attempted rep number 7. Yeah, so she got the elbows to 90. Then she kicks a little bit, but so this is in my mind 6.5 strict pull-ups. This was one of the happiest moments I've ever experienced as a coach and a trainer, because when we first started training, she wanted to, and I almost put this one on there too. It was her push-ups video because she went from 0 to like 25, I believe, consecutive. But she just worked hard. Put in the time, and this is the testament to her work ethic and just busting her ass even during the pandemic when the gyms were shut down. She just kept on going. So you'd be surprised what can happen in a year when you put your head down and get to work. So shout out to you, Marissa. You are killing it, and we're hitting 10 this year. I'm pumped up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Even more than that, got to pump those numbers up.
Yeah, those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up.
And it's funny because they're not actually rookie numbers.
They're definitely not rookie numbers. I know grown men. There are grown men that can't do that many pull-ups. So
exactly. All right, guys. So nearing the end, we got number 3. Neither of us, or at least I can speak for myself, I've never met this man. I've really only seen him through Instagram recently.
Yeah. He was at my Indian club certification. So that's where I met him.
All right. Yeah. So seems like a great guy just from, poking through his Instagram after I saw this video, I had to dig a little deeper. So number 3, John, 20 clean and push press, just like Holly earlier, at double 32s.
Yeah. So how much weight is that, Sean? Really quick before we start the video.
It's about 140 pounds. So you got about 70 pounds each side.
So 140 pounds. So keep that in mind as you guys watch this.
So if you guys are anything like DeMarco and I, when we first found out that we had to do 20 clean and push press for our DVA strength endurance test, initially we were like, that's not too easy, but we're like, we got that. Like we can do 100 snatches in 5 minutes, XYZ, whatever. And then we were very humbled when we actually tried it the first time with the bells that we were supposed to test with. So John here pressing clean and push pressing double 32s means that he cleaned in probably double 40s. I mean, maybe 38s, but 40s and pressed them strict for 5 reps. No, I'm sorry. 36s. Sorry.
Yeah.
Which is, after I said 40, I was like, that would still be obviously very impressive. And he just doesn't even look like he's slowing down.
Dude, it's insane. His last few reps are definitely a little bit more challenging, but you can just see the look in his eye. He's like very focused, very, very locked into what he's doing. And I've watched this video like 7 times. It's just amazing. I think, dude, I got to tell you, you're when you see number 1, you're going to laugh, but I think this could potentially be a number 1 slot for for the year for 2020, because this is pretty sick. So you can see him.
It's just baffling to me. just to like, obviously this alone is very impressive, but like cleaning in double 36s and pressing 5 times, like,
Yeah.
insane, let alone actually going 32s and hitting those for 20.
Yeah. What I think impressed me the most about John is that like I said, his last few reps get tough. It's tough, man. Like 16 to 20, that's when you're really feeling it, man. You're dying, you're gassed. The cleans feel really hard and everything. But he had a game plan. He stuck with it. His first like 15 reps were solid. Like he didn't slow down. 16 to 20 started to slow down a little bit. They were getting tough. It's 140 pounds. You expect that, but he took his time and he paused a little bit in the rack each time, would take a couple deep breaths, and he was very methodical with every single rep. So it was just like it wasn't a jerky, muscle through kind of thing. He owned the movement, and it was very impressive. I was very impressed watching that video. So shout out to you, John. You're a savage of a man, and I would love to grow up and be like you one day.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was telling DeMarco before this episode started that I didn't know this was a goal of mine until I saw this video. I would like to be able to try to do the same thing with the bells that he did. I'm not really sure how long it's going to take for that, but yeah, it would definitely, give me a little inspiration.
Oh yeah, no kidding. He's been working hard. It was funny in his video. He was talking about wanting to start training with the 36s, and I'm like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, cool. And then there's us. I mean, you did 28, so that's legit weight too, dude.
Yeah.
So give yourself credit.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, spot number 2. You're welcome. Spot number 2 goes to Dr. Kelly. So this is a friend of ours. We actually met her online initially, and then we actually met her at the gym. She worked at our gym at Wellington, and so she's just cool person. And let's watch her deadlift. So this is 305 sumo.
Yeah, she's at the Woburn gym right now. I was just there today using some of those plates, and it reminded me of this video. I'm like, oh, I wonder if I'm using the couple plates that she used. It's the cool part is like how effortless it looked. It's a quick video, but still, like, it begs the question, like, how much more could she have put on the bar if she wanted to and still pull, like maybe with a little bit of a struggle. But to me, that looked like almost a warm-up.
Yeah, no, it was incredible. And just to give you guys some backstory, so Dr. Kelly is a doctor, as you probably would guess. She's a family medicine doctor. She works some crazy hours. She's actually still in her residency, which is what my wife is doing as well. So they work some really insane hours. And with her, I'm assuming she lives somewhere around where where Wellington is, like somewhere Medford, Somerville. But she was talking about how she has to drive like 40 to 45 minutes to actually get to the gym, like from work, I guess. So she's driving that far after working an entire day, exhausted from, working as a physician, then going and working out and kicking ass in the gym, pulling these crazy weights. So she's committed. She's committed. She obviously works really hard in the gym, is obviously, of course, in the hospital. And she's awesome. We're definitely excited at some point to have her on the show. That'll be a fun one because she works out, but she also started doing competitive shooting with her boyfriend. So they do, I don't know if it's targets or if it's skeet shooting or what exactly it is, but they've posted some videos recently of like doing some like rifle shooting, and it's just looks really cool. Looks fun.
Yeah, just something else to talk about, really.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
One thing technically, like with technique that I saw that was cool was I saw she definitely that day had at least 15, maybe 20 more pounds in her. And I say that because on the initial pull, Sean, you probably saw this too. The bar actually rolled a little bit away from her. So she wasn't she wasn't quite fully locked in lat wise, which not to knock her. That's again, she pulled that much weight doing that, which is amazing. But if she would have fully cranked the lats and kept the legs close, I think she could have pulled like 315, maybe 320. So she's got more weight in there.
I just watched the video. You see the tiniest bit of space, which makes it even more impressive that she still pulled it with ease. So kind of calling you out a little bit, Dr. Kelly. We want to see a heavier one at some point.
Yeah, only because we know you can do it. So, and again, you
Yeah.
factor in her work schedule and everything. It's just, it's incredible. I applaud her consistency, staying in, going to the gym, working out, and and continuing to take care of herself despite a crazy schedule. Because it ain't easy, folks. I'll tell you that. I'm married to a resident. It's a tough life, man. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, obviously we know her crazy schedule, and she's just such a positive person all the time, and um, basically it's a testament to you when you think you don't have time, you really do if you try to make it work, of course, and she makes it work. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, Sean, take us away.
all right, we got our last one coming up, and this one's maybe a little less impressive than Dr. Kelly's. So another deadlift,
Yeah.
our third, I believe, on the list. So I remember we were talking, DeMarco and I were talking about this morning, how excited we were to see this one when it, to see it live back it was over quarantine. I remember that much. I forget exactly when.
Yeah,
but
I think it was April, I think is when it was.
Yeah. And just like seeing, you see this guy on Game of Thrones and how massive he is and strong. And, you just know him to be one of the strongest men of the world anyways. So like it was nice to see him finally attempt the world record deadlift, which he attempted it all right, and he for sure did it. So we're going to take a look at that one.
Let's go ahead and watch it.
Thor's world record deadlift.
Yeah, so this is you guys will see this on the. Oh, go ahead, Sean.
No, I was just going to say, so 501 kilograms, correct? Which translates to like 1,100 pounds. Is that right?
1102.2.
Yeah. So you see his trainer, I believe, just hyping him up a little bit. Like a lot of people don't.
Oh, he's fired up. Oh yeah.
Lifting, yeah. Like you kind of have to get like very much in the zone for this kind of thing, because like just think how much weight he's lifting. And I gotta say, I've watched
this is no joke.
20 times. Yeah.
Oh, same. Yeah, I saw it live as well, Sean, and it was just I can't remember what I was doing at the time, but I stopped everything and watched it and was just like, oh man, this when you guys see him pick this weight up, you're gonna lose it. Oh man. Yeah, buddy. They got bar bending. Oh my god.
Yeah. Look at the shins too. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like he keeps it so close that he literally scraped the skin off his shins and immediately started bleeding. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
How
are you trying to say that he should use the dead right?
Maybe an unintentional plug, but yes.
Maybe he should use the dead right. It's deadright.com, guys, if you want to check out. No.
That was unintentional, but I'm glad I went there. No, basically, I had mentioned it because it just, I feel like anybody else, to see how quickly he started bleeding, like if anybody felt that, I'm sure he didn't even notice, but if anybody felt that, they probably would have just stopped the lift. Where with him, it's like, no, I got to get this up. Doesn't matter what's happening around me or on me in this case. And it's just, it's crazy. It really, speaks to, like everybody else on this list, what hard work and dedication can get you over the course of a couple of years even. And it makes you wonder, what's the world record going to be next year, or or like down the road at some point. So probably a couple more from him.
No, it was crazy, man. And just to give you guys a little bit of backstory, so most people know Hafthor Bjornsson. He's Iceland's strongest man. He's won. I want to say 2018. He won the world's strongest man. I can't remember what year he won it, but it was his first one. I think it was 2018, 2017. No, he's obviously a really strong lifter. What I was impressed with this pull was obviously the weight. It was amazing because he broke Eddie Hall's record, which was, I believe, 1065. I think it was 1,065 pounds, and that was about like 4 or 5 years ago. That was Eddie Hall's pull. He pulled it at World's Strongest Man and broke / set the world record there. And that deadlift was impressive too. But Thor makes it look really easy. He gets stuck just a little bit right before that lockout, but then he pulls it. He just stands up with it, and you're like, dude, that's amazing. It's just cool.
Yeah, I had to watch it again just now. well, you know as well as I do, and really anybody else on here that's watching that deadlifts as well. Like if you get past that halfway point, like if you get it above the knee, you're gonna finish it, especially if you're as um,
Yeah.
as motivated as he had to have been. If you get stuck at the bottom,
Of
you can
course.
still finish it, but it's harder. If you're right at the top, it's like, you're at the finish line, you just got to push through. And yeah, how quickly it came off the ground, it makes it even more impressive.
Oh my
So
God, yeah.
like I said, it's going to be fun to see what that number goes up to at some point.
Oh, I agree, man. It's gonna be freaking cool, man. And what's actually funny, another little piece of backstory there for you is so Eddie Hall, like I said, the guy who he's actually referred to as the Beast, by the way,
Yep.
in the strength community. He's from the UK. He actually did a video. Initially, I thought it was a nice video. He was congratulating Haftor on his successful deadlift. He then called him out and said that it didn't count because it wasn't in a competition. He said that was a great pull, but I want you to. He said I think it should be like basically it should be done in a meet for it to count as a world record. So he kind of called him out a little bit, and they've had beef with each other over the last few years. So,
Oh,
but
really?
it's probably all scripted, dude. It's probably scripted. It's probably just to add to to ratings or whatever.
They do that in the UFC.
But you never know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Um, but anyway, so he was definitely like he said he was like questioning the validity of the poll, and he was saying, "Oh, I was at your gym, blah blah blah," and I'm sitting there thinking, well, first off, like anybody else walks up there and picks up 11:03, they have the world record. I don't care where you're at. Weight's weight.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I would argue that at the meet, it would be even more exciting. Your adrenaline would be firing even more because you have so many more people watching you, like live and in person. If it was like pre or post pandemic. So I don't know. I don't buy that argument. I think he's a little butthurt over it. I think he's just kind of just trying to stay relevant and wanting to kind of take shots at him. But that was a legit deadlift, man. That was solid.
Yeah. Yep. Very, very strong man. You'd want him on your zombie team as well.
Oh, dude,
Zombie
absolutely.
fighting. Yeah.
Definitely want him on zombie fighting. Actually, I guess this would be my team. These top 10 people would be the squad. This would be the strong squad.
We unintentionally put together a list of people that we would want. Yeah. That's funny how that works.
Are you trying to say that are you putting a team together?
I'm putting
with special abilities. I'm putting a team together. So basically, these are the Avengers. These are the real life Avengers.
Fight the battles that we never could.
Yeah. Well,
but that's
Sean,
the coolest part about.
How do you know that they'll come back and come together again?
Because we'll need them to.
Because we'll need them to. Yeah, man. You got it.
Absolutely. As you can see, we'd like to nerd out on Avengers sometimes. But what I was going to say was all the people on this list, like it's obviously it's stuff they work towards, and obviously accomplish and look to build on and get stronger and whatnot, and venture off into other feats of strength as well. But it's cool that this list is like comprised of different modalities. Like some of it's body weight, some of it's kettlebell, some of it's holding another human, some of it's barbell. So it's it wasn't all barbell or all one modality. It was a bunch of them. So you can be strong in more ways than one, or a different way than someone else, and it's like whatever matters most to you. So it's that's why I like the variety in this list.
Oh, that's awesome. I think that's a great thing to bring up, Sean. Yeah, you're right. Strength can have a different meaning for each person. And at the end of the day, if you find something that you enjoy doing, that's obviously what matters. So that's awesome. Good deal. Sean, you got anything else you want to
add? I would like to think that this will be a tradition, moving forward.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, keep working towards your strength goals. Maybe you'll make the list for next January. We'll do it shortly after the year ends. And DeMarco, maybe you and I will make the list next year. I know I was on here once, but maybe we'll be as strong as them and we'll make our own list.
Oh, definitely. Well, if I win
There you go.
I pass my finish in 2021, then I will allow you to add me to the list. I won't add myself to the list because I don't want to be arrogant, but you will have the right to add me to the list if you want.
I'll hold you to that. Documented right here. So
there we go. Yeah, no, we'll definitely do a top 10 strength feat next year. Maybe top 20 if that many people do that many crazy stuff. So
if we have to, we could have thought of 20 now, but it'll be a longer episode. So 10 was good.
Oh, for sure. Well, Sean, good stuff, man. I think this was definitely a good episode. I want to leave you guys with this empowering mission: train your body, feed your mind.